Okay, well, welcome everyone. Welcome back to those of you that were with us on the last call. So here we are, August 20th. And sometimes when you get to the end of the month, you know that you need to reach out to your consultants to talk about, are they submitting this month? What's happening? And often, I should ask you, raise of hands, how many of you feel like you're doing an inquisition when that happens? Anyone feel like the inquisition? Okay.
Sometimes.
So tonight we're going to talk about coaching. So the difference between the inquisition and coaching. So if I was to ask you, what is coaching? What would be your answers?
Helping.
Helping, okay.
I've been a sports coach over the years for the kids. And it seems to me that host coaching is encouraging. And so that's what I keep trying to do, to encourage. But sometimes I think I need to do more than that even.
Okay.
These are adults and those were children.
Okay, well, okay.
I was thinking something like helping them to find their own answers, or to
Oh, that's a good idea.
helping them figure out what it is that they need to do to get what they want out of their business.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great answer. Thank you. All right, anyone else?
Guiding them.
Guiding them. Okay, great. Okay, those are all great answers. And you know what? You're in this group because you want to bring your business to the next level. We're talking about doubling everything. Because initially, your first 5 people, you have a really strong relationship with them. You had a big goal that you accomplished with that first group of people. So you did a really good job of relationship building. You talk with them constantly. And you're going to see, as your group gets bigger, it's hard to spend that same amount of time, with those people, because we're already talking about things that we want. We want scheduling, we want ideas to help us, focus on the right things. So when we're coaching, you're helping your team. It's really about that relationship building and helping your team to realize their own potential. Okay. So you want to empower them to believe in themselves, to help build their self-esteem, to help them believe that they can be a great leader, they can be a very successful consultant. And it's really about, as I said, building that relationship. So I love, no one said it's not, coaching's not training, okay? Mm-hmm. Training is where you're telling people what to do. And we are so fortunate. Elena just said on the last call, Sabrina just said on the last call, we have so much training available. In coaching, we're helping others to learn, okay? We're kind of directing them in the right place. In training, we're teaching, okay? In coaching, we're helping them find the answers, and in training, we're providing all the answers. So, what typically happens when you tell someone or go into training mode? Okay. Well, what typically happens is that you assume they're going to do everything you told them to do. And probably what happens the next time when you get together with them, the call is pretty much the same, because they haven't bought into what it is that they're willing to do. So, or if you're texting someone and you get the thumbs up and you're like, yes, they got this. They're going to go out and they're going to book 25 parties. And, that's not going to happen. What also happens is when you keep training, they depend on you for the answers. And the worst part is that when it doesn't work, they blame you because it didn't work, because you gave them all the answers. Okay. So you are responsible, in their minds, you're responsible for their success, because they're the one they came up with, you came up with all the answers for them. So I want you to think of if someone in your life that was a person of impact, okay? Someone that helped you with an achievement. What are the qualities that you liked in that person? Let's just go ahead and type that in the chat box. What are some of the things that you liked in a person that you hold in high regards? Okay, Angela said supportive, positive. Sabrina said, oh, that went fast. Let's get to that. Let's see. Sabrina said they have confidence in me. Heather, they believe in me and told me constantly that I could do it. Linda, an encourager, someone who pushed me to be my best. Heather Mitchell, lead by example. So exactly, those are the things, and those are the traits that we want to emulate. Okay, in order to be a good coach, you have to cover all those things. Now, sometimes there's reasons why we don't effectively coach. So it could be, the first one is sometimes you feel like you don't know who to coach. You have all these balls in the air and you're trying to juggle everything. So who to coach is, first of all, your new consultants right out the gates. Okay, because what we said earlier, they're the people that you have to work on creating a relationship with. Use your reports to find potential. Okay, so those are, obviously you're going to work with the people that have potential because that's the best use of your time. So using your reports is important to do that. Somebody that has consistent sales, somebody that's has a consistent show schedule, somebody who participates in your training, somebody who really wants it. Because if they really want it, you've already halfway to helping them, to coaching them in the right direction. Okay. When do you coach? That's pretty easy. When they get started, when it's a new incentive year, when it's the start of a new year, when someone asks for it. And that's what's key, is finding out what their why is and coaching to that why. So let's kind of talk a little bit about how we're going to start coaching. Okay. First of all, coaching always starts with praise, because they need to understand that you believe in them. That was one of the things that we said. So you want to start your reason for calling or texting them with praise. Because coaching doesn't always have to be done by phone. It can be done through private message. It can be done, through texting. So a message to someone who you want to start coaching with could sound something like, Sue, let me start by telling you how impressed I am with your enthusiasm and dedication to your Pampered Chef business. I'm reaching out to encourage you to take your business to the next level. Is that something you're interested in? Okay. So what you're doing is you're letting her know you have the desire to help her achieve more. Okay. And she's going to be so honored that you chose her. Okay. She knows you have a lot of things going on. So she really will be honored that you chose her. Okay. So if you find it difficult to find things to praise people for, remember, it's not always, especially when you have someone new, you don't always have, she's done this many parties, she has this much in sales. You have to go to those personal, her personal attributes that you can bring up. Okay. So it's not necessarily about her business success, but as I said, more about her character traits. So here's what that could look like. Sue, it's your enthusiasm and fun-loving attitude that makes you a natural recruiter. You make your parties look so easy, and you encourage people to look into our opportunity. Okay? So does that sound like something that would be hard to do? All right, I'm going to get you to practice this. I'm going to put you into a breakout groups of 3. You're going to spend about 3 to 5 minutes, talking about what are some character traits that you could bring up in your team members to make them feel good and want more out of their business. Any questions on that? Good? Okay, let me get you into breakout groups. So let me manually do this so I can. Okay. I got that. All right. Carolyn, Heather. Okay, and sign. Angela, Heather, Lord. Sorry, you have to talk out loud. Bear with me. And next, we've got, okay, 3 to 5 minutes. There you go. You have to request join also.
Request join. How to do it.
Just waiting on Lori. Carolyn, are you not in a group?
I see that now. Wait just a minute.
There you go, Carolyn. You just got to click the little button there.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. All right, it didn't work. Let's see here.
And Lori, the same thing for you. You have to click join. Are you on an iPad, Carolyn?
No, I'm on a computer.
Okay. Lori, can you hear
Laptop.
us?
Carolyn, are you on a computer and a phone though? Like, do you
No, I'm just on the computer right now.
you're up here twice, so I'm just wondering if one of them is.
Donna can remove one of them. I think if Carolyn will talk,
Oh, wait a minute. Here I am down here. What the heck?
so Donna can dismiss one of them from the group. Do you know how to do
Okay.
that?
She's only in one.
Okay. But you might have the wrong Carolyn in. She's on here twice, so you probably
Carolyn
have. The wrong-
L. I've got Carolyn L. Bosch, not
That's
joined.
me.
Okay, that's fine.
Carolyn L is the one that she is using.
Yeah, then that's right.
So what am I supposed to do here?
Okay, Carolyn, there you're good. Lori, could you unmute yourself? Because we're going to just talk amongst
Do it right here.
ourselves. You need to talk with us. Okay, so
All right.
what are some character traits that you could bring up to your team members to invite her to look at more? What are some things that you could?
Well, I think a good thing is to find out what do you want to do with this? Where do you see yourself going in the next 2 months? Where do you see yourself going in the next 5 months?
Okay, so Carolyn, but you want what is something good that you see in her? Is the person enthusiastic? Is the person engaged? So we want to make them feel good.
Okay. Well, some of my people are very engaging and some of my people are very hardworking.
Okay.
They work a lot at their jobs. I have a police sergeant as one of my consultants. I have a niece that works for oncology hematology care and deals with people who are fighting cancer all day long. She works 12 to 14 hours a day. And then she's trying to build the business as well. And that's tough. And my police sergeant works sometimes 5, sometimes 6 days a week. And she works long hours as well. So those are 2 people that I see as hardworking. I just need to get them going in the right direction. That's the thing. But I compliment them all the time. I tell them constantly that they are working very hard and they come in contact with people all the time. And so by coming in contact with those people, they can use them as a resource. That's what I always tell them.
Okay, good. Well, there you go. So you're obviously, putting positive thoughts right towards them. Good.
I'm trying.
Our people will be coming back in about 45 seconds.
Okay.
We'll bring them back here. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Sorry that you got the teachers.
Oh, that's all right. That's the best place to be. Don't you get it? That's why I wanted to become a director so I could hang out with all you teachers. That was the whole point of that.
So sweet. Carolyn, so sweet.
Very nice.
That's funny.
Okay, we're coming back into the room. So did you find that helpful? Did you get to
Yes.
share some things that you would some things that direction that you can go with encouraging.
Yes.
All right, good. Okay, so let's start. When you're going to start your coaching call, it always going to start with something positive and always a bit of good news, okay? So what do I mean by that? You know what, Sue, before we get, so the conversation could sound like when you're coaching someone, it could sound like, or it could be text. Before we get to the meat of our conversation, share with something with me you're excited about. So are they excited about a promotion? Are they excited about a product? Something that made you think, I love my job. So the text could say, share something that makes you think today, I love my job. And so then you're bringing them on a high. Because when you're coaching someone, they're always going to want to tell you their problems first. What are their challenges? And you want to start this on a positive note. So that's the first thing that you're going to do. All right. Now, I use a coaching form. That's totally up to you. If you're doing coaching calls, I do recommend a coaching form, and I will put it in the 10K group, the coaching form that I use. Why do you use a coaching form? Because what it will do is it will keep the call on task. And you can go ahead and use this coaching form via text also. Just break it down into smaller bites. Okay? So I will show you that. Your goal is to help them see that they really have the answers. That's what a coach does. And you all said that. A few of you said that initially. A coach lets people really believe and know that the answers are within them. Okay. So you want to avoid what we said is avoid the telling them, what to do. Avoid telling them, using questions like, what or how. Those really aren't good coaching questions. Okay. So you want to, tell them is help me to understand what you're doing to get bookings. Okay. How are you getting bookings at this point? So you can break it down. When do you present the host program or the host rewards in your parties? So it's asking those questions in order to help her get over her challenges. For example, if booking's the challenge, okay? And pretty much that's probably, as newer directors ready to jump, your business to the next level, that's the number one thing that you're probably dealing with. And I'm going to tell you, and Love and Becky are going to probably raise their hand. We still work on bookings all the time. Because you've heard it over and over again, it's really about our business, our personal business first. So the hard part when you're coaching is when they say, I just don't know. I don't know how to get bookings, or I just don't know what to do next. So helping them to see that there are answers. Because they want to wait for you to give them the answers. So when they say to you, I just don't know how to get bookings, you can say something like, Pampered Chef's done an outstanding job of offering training and helping us with our businesses. Here are a few resources you could go to if you wanted to hear how to get more bookings. So now what are you doing? You're coaching her to dig into Dash. You're coaching her to dig into maybe reaching out to a peer. You're coaching her to find the answers herself. Okay. All right. So here's the top thing you need to do when you're coaching is having accountability at the end of the call. Because like I said, she may just give you lip service. And if the same things are happening after you're coaching with them time and time again and there isn't any results, they're just giving you lip service. So you have to ask them, what are they willing to do in the next 48 hours to get bookings on their calendar? Okay? So it would sound something like, Sue, let's recap our action steps. You said that you want to increase your bookings, so you're willing to go back to your customers who purchase cookware, we could say right now, and contact them about the September promotion. Okay, so that's the first thing she said she's going to do. The second, you said you're going to check into a vendor event. Or the third thing, you're going to contact, virtual party Mary Guru, who's done, amazing jobs, getting bookings through her virtual parties. And you're going to ask her if you can join in as one of the guests in her parties. So you want to give her 3 action steps that she's willing to do in the next 48 hours. Now, you're going to offer support, but you're not going to take responsibility for what she does or what she doesn't do. Okay. So what I like to do is about 24 hours into the process is I shoot her a text and say, how are you doing on your action steps? So, because again, that's letting her know you care. Okay. You've taken into consideration, what she said she wants to do, and you're being her accountability partner. Okay. And then, of course, you're going to always end whatever interaction, whether it be text or phone, with praise. I want to acknowledge your commitments, to making, your promotion to director happen, within the next, 4 weeks. So it's always about acknowledging them and praising them. Okay? So just to recap, to be an effective coach, you need to start with praise. You need to have your consultants share good news from the beginning. Offer them the shovel to dig for answers, but don't give them the answers. Acknowledge what they're willing to work on, and end with praise. Okay? Becky and Love, anything you want to add to that?
Love, do you have something?
No, sounds great.
Okay. So I'm going to show you the form that I'm going to post for you. It really is about their contacts and how many contacts they're making, because we know that's what it all goes back to. So I'll post this there for you. It also asks how many cooking virtual parties that they have. It asks about what they accomplished since their last call, what they're excited about in their business, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities. So as I said, this is a good thing that will keep you on track, especially with your consultants that you have that relationship with. Sometimes it's hard to stay on the business side of things. You kind of go off and start talking about kids and just life. And that doesn't help you be an effective accountability partner and an effective coach. So use this. As I said, you can use it for texting. You can use it, if you're going to have a quick check-in call.
I have one thing to add.
Please.
Sorry, I was writing a sentence. So we don't have any more SOS calls. That was our last one tonight. So we'd like to just set the time as 8:45 for next week for the 10K call. So those will be, next week will be at 8:45 for 10K. That's for next week. And then starting in September, these 10K calls will be at 9:30. Because we know that you're a committed group of leaders that are wanting to grow. And for those of us that are trying to run other programs for our teams and things, we don't want to put them at 9:30, right? Because they can find distractions or reasons not to join or whatever it is. So we know that you're a committed group, and this will move in September to 9:30. But next week it's at 8:45. And then for all of fall, winter, because we keep having these once a month, because you said they're helping, right?
Exactly. And we'll appreciate you all putting your, what you'd like to see us covering, what Love mentioned at the beginning of the call. Linda?
I have a question on the coaching form in conjunction with Dash. I mean, I've been traveling a lot, so I haven't had so much time to get into Dash, but isn't there something on there that helps guide us for coaching new consultants?
Well, what it will show you is what will help you with the coaching. It'll show you what they've done. Okay, what training that they've done. And I believe there is a Dash coaching, isn't there, Love? I can't.
Yeah.
I'm losing my
Well,
voice.
especially for new consultants, I guess.
Yes, that's for more for new consultants. But
But there's a a really good thing to use from Dash, and this is new to all of us. Like I started using Dash and had access exactly when you guys did. So when there's a place at the bottom, I don't have it pulled up right now, but there's a place at the bottom you can go to, and it shows you the classes that your individual consultants have taken, and you can see their answers there. So for like the new consultant training, when they're putting their why in and they're, talking about their income goals and how many parties they want to do, you can pull that up and view that and then use that in your coaching conversation. Because I love what Jesse or whoever it was said from stage. They might not tell us, but they'll tell an app.
Right, exactly.
So you have access to that information for your downline.
That's hilarious.
So that's a tool that we can use in coaching.
So it doesn't give us the questions to ask them per se.
No, but
Okay.
it's still in if you look, and it's kind of, you have to be careful with it. There still is the coaching on Consultants Corner. Okay. So when you click on one of your consultants' names, and let me see if I
Oh, right, where you can type in the notes and stuff.
yes, the note that is still there, but be very careful because most of the support material is no longer relevant.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay. That
but
answers that.
yes. So I'm looking if I could show the activity dashboard. Okay, so I can if I can screen share. If you guys want to just hang with me for a minute,
Okay.
I'll screen share and show you.
Donna, while you're pulling that up, one of my favorite questions that I've learned to ask since I've been kind of learning how to coach is, tell me more about that.
Yes, exactly.
Isn't that right, Donna and Becky?
Yes,
Tell me more about that.
Works with your kids too.
it does.
I learned that from you guys, just so y'all know.
My favorite words.
I'm trying to find something that they have to answer questions. Let's see if this.
Governor Y right there.
You click.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Everyone.
So here.
Okay, so that task has been assigned, but I don't think she's done it yet.
Okay.
New.
If you go to
This is where it is. So you can see. So you go to management and activity dashboard, and it will tell you. So like this is completed, Heather Hodges. And so you can see her answer.
And then I think you can narrow your search over there to the right. I hadn't
Right here.
played
So
with all
you
this
can
yet, but I think you can.
go to here. So like say we wanted to look at book another party, and we can apply the filter, and no one wants to book another party on my team. So, so let's go to, but you can see, this is where you can, let's see if anybody wants to build momentum with mystery host. Oh, so we have people in progress. So no. Okay, but this is where you do it. Got it? Okay, did I answer your question, Linda? Okay, good. All right, but looking at the why one is, when if you're, getting ready to do coaching calls, that's your most important, is starting with that. All right, well, we hope that it was helpful. Becky's leaving us. She's got another call, so you see, she's just a little busy gal. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next week at 8:45.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Go after that. All right,
Thanks.
take
Bye,
care,
y'all.
everyone.
Thank you again, Sabrina. You did
Thanks so
fabulous.
much. It was wonderful.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.